Last week on Round Sailing.
So this is the core material that we're going to use for most of the interior in the boat and probably also the deck. It's made from recycled PET bottles.
We finally finished laminating the sides of the hull.
Vi bygger en träkoja.
Till vem då?
Till mig. Och det är här skogen och ja.
During the weekend, we went to discover a new place for us.
So we're at the Eriksdal's Alum Shale Quarry. And the water here gets pretty warm. So it's nice to have a swim here and just to walk around. You can find lots of fossils here since it's organic sediments. And this area, the sediments here are around 500 million years old. I've been walking around trying to find some fossils, but no luck so far. Yeah, it's been a crazy few weeks to get the inside of the hull laminated. I have actually a little bit lost track of time how many weeks we have been laminating here now, but I think it's 3 or maybe 4 weeks. A lot of work, a lot of late nights, so it feels so nice now that we're finished with the sides of the hull. And that means that we don't have to do any more late night work, which will make things a lot easier moving forward. But we're not finished just yet with all the lamination of the hull. We still need to do the reinforcement here around the keel pocket. Because as you might remember, this area is just solid glass. There's no cedar core where the keel is going to connect to the hull. And right now it's only around 8 millimeters here. And we need to take that up to around 25, around 1 inch. So there's going to be a lot of extra glass here that we need to add. So that's the plan for today, to start planning this out, how big the different pieces of fiberglass should be, because each and every piece will be of a slightly different size, since we don't want to create like a hard spot around the edges of this reinforcement. So all the lengths of fiberglass are now cut and prepared, and now I'm just calculating the amount of epoxy for each and every piece to prepare that. And we're going to add 18 layers of 600 gram biax fiberglass to the keel area, and that will bring up the total thickness of the solid laminate to a bit above 25 millimeters. And then on top of this solid area, we'll add the keel grid, which will add even more strength to this, the whole keel area. So I'm pretty confident that this will be a very, very strong keel connection. Everything is now prepped, and the plan is to put down all the glass in one go tomorrow. But there's quite a lot of it. There is 47 kilos of glass and around 43 kilos of epoxy. So I'm guessing it will be quite hard work tomorrow. It's definitely starting to get colder now in the mornings, but that's good for us since we only have the fast hardener to work with right now. It's the only thing we have left at the moment. So that will give us some more time as having it a bit colder in here to work with the laminate.
Oh, it is so cold today. In like 2 days it went from 25 degrees to 10. So it has really shifted now from summer to fall. And we're about to start the last big lamination job on the hull, which is the keel pocket. We thought from the beginning that we needed 24 layers, but it's only 18, right?
Yes.
And we're going to lay them wet in wet, and we're going to saturate them in place on the keel pocket. So just one layer, pour out the epoxy, saturate that, and then the next layer and next layer. We're starting with more narrow pieces, and then we're increasing the width a little bit, going out to the full width. We just got the delivery for the roof tiles on our house. So we have a roof again, we have to show you. And I guess they're gonna maybe they start today putting on the tiles. It's gonna be really exciting. So a lot of things happening. We had 4 different widths on the glass fiber pieces, 8 of the most narrow one, then 6 that was a bit wider, then 2 pieces a bit wider than the ones before, and lastly 2 pieces that was the full width. For every piece we moved them slightly to not stack the edges on top of each other. Did you hear those cracks? Oh, it's 3:10. We're 9 layers in. We just laid the first layer of the next size. It's going well. So much easier to laminate on existing laminate. You don't get the same type of air bubbles, or they're easier to remove. But it's a bit back and knee breaking. Those positions, you're standing a lot like this. I have to leave now to go and pick up Vera, unfortunately. But Johan is continuing, right?
Yes.
Have we decided that we're gonna finish? So 9 more layers.
Yeah, but they're getting bigger now, so...
Yeah, it's it's getting harder and harder. And also a bit more difficult to move around, especially those last pieces.
In the front, yeah.
We'll see how that goes. Yeah, but a productive day so far. Piece by piece, and the sun went further and further down.
Yeah, yesterday was a pretty crazy day, but we managed to get all the 18 layers in place in one go, wet in wet, so that feels really nice. The only problem was that it became quite cold during the night yesterday. I worked until 2 o'clock this morning, and from around 11 it started to drop quite a lot, and that made epoxy quite thick once you had it out on the fiberglass. So that's why I decided to use a vacuum bag on top, just to be sure that the 2 last layers were fully saturated and that we didn't get any air bubbles. So I've been having the vacuum pump now running for the night, but it feels so nice to have this finished now. And now the next phase will be to start working on the keel grid, because that will sit on top of this to make it even stronger and to help spread the loads from the keel. So we now have a solid laminate on top of the keel here of a bit more than 25 millimeters. And that's actually quite a bit more than we actually need, but I decided it's nice to have a little extra in this area.
Now we're prepared for the coming winter. We got a delivery of 12 cubic meters of ash. We have a not so pleasant smell this morning here. They are spreading out manure on the fields around us. Hey, San! So cold and windy, and we have that smell. But we're gonna have a little bit of work day now, half of our Saturday. Gonna bring this into the horse box. We're going to remove one of the stairs. We used to have 2 entrance doors, but we have removed one since we don't need 2. And we're gonna remove the stairs there, and then later we're gonna put in a window. So Johan went to the store and rented this machine. And yeah, yesterday we got the tiles in place. Sorry, it's not ready, but it's almost ready on this side. And they said 2 more days and it's gonna be fully done. And we're so happy with the tiles that we ordered. They look so good, exactly the look that we wanted. It has this life in the tiles since there are different nuances, and it's not so bright as some of the new clay tiles are. This bright red or very bright orange. So this looks more like it is old, and that's exactly what we wanted. So we're so happy. It looks so nice, and the house is gonna look completely new when it's done on the outside. Typical for an old Skånelänga, which is the type of house we have, is to have 2 entrance doors, one for the guests and one for everyday use. I wonder how old these stairs are, knowing that the house was built around 1860.
Back-breaking work this, but now it's done, so they can continue with the foundation here around the house. It was some really sturdy steps, this. Good quality on the concrete and lots of big rocks inside.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoy our videos, we would be so happy to have you join our Patreon crew. That would allow us to continue to create on our own terms. See you next week!